Pravishyamamavachimam prasutim sanjeevayata kiva shaktidah swadam nangam shahasti charana shravana phalam pranamnamo bhagavate purusharthi. So I will elaborate a little bit on the functions of intelligence and other elements mentioned and not mentioned in this verse. Shall we bring the board here? We'll say quite briefly this whole system because it's rather complicated and complex, but still I think it's important to understand. In Sankhya philosophy it is said that this antahkarana, or internal sense, or internal instrument, which is ultimately given to us by God, and which is ultimately given to us to achieve certain purpose, to achieve certain objective which we may have as human beings, is consisting of four essential elements. If by any chance I will start writing in Russian, please correct me. By mistake. So I will briefly explain the functioning of this whole system, and this particular explanation is given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur as well in his commentaries to Kapila Dev's teaching. So the four elements are Chitta, Ahankara, Manas, and Buddhi. We all know also, if we read the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, that these four elements, they have four presiding deities, which is very important for our consideration, and we will also use it in this explanation. The presiding deity of Chitta is Vasudeva. The presiding deity of Ahankar, or false ego, is Sankarshan. The presiding deity of Manas is Aniruddha. And presiding deity of Buddhi is Pradyumna. Even these names are very significant because they very much explain or hint about the particular functions of these four elements. Vasudeva means all-pervading, existing everywhere, and Chitta is basically, if we translate it in terms of modern psychology, it's unconscious mind. So this unconscious mind is the main stuff, the mind stuff, the main constituent of our instrument of perception and interaction with this world. That's Vasudev. Sankarshan, who is the presiding deity of Ahankar, means Sankarshana. Karshana means he's pulling, he is attracting. And Sankarshana, he is attracting. And if we see the false ego, the function of the false ego, we can very much relate to the meaning of Sankarshana, because false ego always wants to be in the center. And ego always wants to attract the attention. That's one of the very essential and important characteristics of ego. Ego wants to attract and to pull the attention and so on and so forth. And Aniruddha means Kenatiruddha, Iti Aniruddha. It's very difficult to overcome Aniruddha. It's something, it's obstinate. That's one of the translations of this word, Aniruddha. And we know it's very difficult to overcome the mind. If the mind has some idea, then it's very difficult to go over or beyond it. And Pradyumna means, pra means big or strong, and Dyumna means effulgence. Pradyumna means very strong light. So Buddhi, which is the main subject of this particular seminar, has this quality of illumination. It has the quality of light, which is extremely essential for, again, for our consideration. And I will also tell a little bit later about these different functions of this. Or maybe I can tell now. In Ayurveda also, there is a very interesting description or attribution to different elements, different parts of our mind to different elements. I forgot to say, Chitta is unconscious mind according to modern psychology. Of course, Ahankara is ego, that we know. There is not much difference. Manasi Buddhi, and these two elements, you can say, or you can call, this is external emotional mind. The mind which is directly in contact with the external world, which is in contact with the objects of the senses. And Buddhi is intermediate mind. Basically, Buddhi is the mind which is processing the information supplied by the external or emotional mind. This is intermediate mind. You know, if you make a drawing, then Buddhi is something in between. Okay, this is Chitta, and Chitta is, of course, is covered by this covering, or by the tabernacle of false ego. Then the access to Chitta is from Manas. Manas is, of course, interacting with the external world and getting all kinds of information. But before that, there is this Buddhi.